obviously you're thrilled about going to Madison Square Garden. You want to enjoy it. How do you balance the fact that you're thrilled to be there, but there's no doubt you're not just going there to show up your competitors and you want to win not just one, but 2 games to win the whole thing? You know where I'm going at on that?
I mean, you know, it's really exciting to be going to Madison Square Garden, but at the end of the day, like you said, we're playing for something, so we're just treating it like another game. I mean, we prepare for it the same way. We're going to travel up there the same way, eat the same meals, watch the same film. You're just playing in a different environment. I mean, I guess you could say kind of the same way we've done on the road. You know, we prepare the same way for every team, and it's just a change of scenery. And that's the way you have to approach it. Of course, it's a big stage, and all the things that's went on in that building, you know, from Muhammad Ali heavyweights fights to, you know, Bird and Magic, Jordan, all those, LeBron playing in that arena, and then to your biggest superstars. But it's just another stage, and it's another stage for us to show our ability to play basketball, and you know, it's exciting.
Taveion, have you had a chance to look at how many places you've been to this year, the miles that you've traveled, and just all the different scenic places you've been to so far?
Yeah, you know, I've been to many places this year than I have in my entire life. You know, I've never traveled this much. Even AAU, I've never traveled that far. It's been fun.
Same question to you, Justin, the travel.
I mean, it's start with Costa Rica, Bahamas, LA, you know, Oklahoma. I mean, travel schedule from here to LA to Oklahoma was, you know, that's you know, we were used to, like I told someone, we were used to Thursday, Saturday games, but we're not used to being in LA on a 2-hour time change with a flight in between, you know, like that's, you know, and then to go into you know, an arena like that, it's the loudest place I've ever played a game of basketball in, and to get a win, you know, so it's just, the travel has been crazy, but it's been eye-opening too at the same time. Been a heck of an experience to be able to, you know, blessed with the game of basketball to take us to those heights and places. So I mean, it's been incredible.
You said the other night that you think it kind of helped you guys become closer and bond more with the team.
The Costa Rica trip for sure, because I mean, I hadn't been around those guys until like 2 days before we left, you know, and I went on the trip, and Costa Rica, I think, we can come back in, this team will be able to come back in 30 years and have stories on each other from Costa Rica that I mean, it was just a blast, from, you know, the zip lining to riding 4-wheelers, and I mean, just that trip as a whole just brought us all so much closer. And then especially the Bahamas, and you know, the time we spend on the road is just us. You know, we eat every meal together. We do, you know, everything together. Most of the time, we're all, you know, even if we're in separate rooms, we're in a group chat or Snapchats, you know, back and forth. So it's
one time we opened the door. You know how the doors connect to rooms? We opened that one time.
in the hotel, like if the room's open up, the door stays open in between. that gets a little nerve-wracking, you know, in the middle of the night. But so I think you see how much fun this team's having. So.
Taveion, Justin mentioned the atmosphere at Oklahoma State. Do you enjoy playing in the hostile?
Yeah, that's real fun, you know, especially when you're winning and you're having fun, just like we usually do. You know, it's real fun to look around and see everybody's face look mean, and we all smiling big and hard.
There was some times in that arena, some things were said that you can't repeat in media, but it was fun, man. It was one of the best. I mean, the best basketball environment I've ever played in.
Real fun.
I mean, we were talking about it on the way back. You had to read lips, like, and hand signals. That's the only way they wouldn't know. Like Coach talked about communicate the play in the half court. You can hear each other. I mean, it was that loud, and I'd hate to be the person in the top seats up there, because it's straight up and down in that arena. So.
Justin, I'm going to test your memory, because when we talked to you when you got back to Diddle with the fans region, you said Taveion might be a freshman technically, but he doesn't play like one. But in your time here, whether it's your teammates or freshmen you played against, is he the best one that you've seen?
that kid, sky's the limit for him. You know, everybody's like, he's gonna break that all-time scoring record according to me. I said, yeah, if he's here. You know, I mean, he has the potential to play at the next level and the highest level. And to watch him, like, you know, I've watched guys grow, and you know, he's grown up so quick. You know, he went through you know, most guys go through that freshman slump and they stay in it, and his might have been a game. You know, he never, and even when that, he gets the job done defensively. That's what a lot of people don't realize. You know, the guy at Oklahoma State, the point guard that he guarded all night, when he had 30, wasn't a factor. And when you do that, when you can score 30 and then have an effective defensive night too, that's a really good skill set to have. So I mean, the sky is the limit for him, and I can't wait to come back and see what he does in the near future too.
Coach has talked about what this run has done for the brand of Western and just the public exposure that it's really given you all from a student perspective. What has that been like to just see things blow up on social media and just what this has meant from a national standpoint that this is happening?
I mean, you can't buy this kind of publicity. Where, you know, it's so good for the university. You know, we've played the last 3 games have been ESPN, and then, you know, the next one's going to be ESPN. So like, this is just good for the community of Bowling Green, the city of Bowling Green. It's good for the students who go to school at Western Kentucky to look on. Like, I mean, the other night, Oklahoma State game, only basketball game on TV. You know, and I mean, so millions of people tuned in to probably watch that game. So what we're doing for this community, you know, and to have them behind us is incredible. But like I said, it's just so good for to get Western Kentucky back on the map and where it's supposed to be, and at a high level.
Same thing for you, Taveion. You see, like, even late at night when you all get back, the fans are out there waiting. The crowd's in Texas for the conference tournament. Just all that. And people talking about going to New York. Same thing like that Justin was talking about. What's it been like just to have that excitement?
It shows me a lot, especially for me, my first year here. You know, I didn't really expect the fans to be like that. And, you know, they treat us like family here. And for us not to really know them, it helps a lot. And we're bonding with them, so it feels great.
Say, I've got a kind of an off-the-wall question. When you go back and you look at the video that's posted of Coach Stansbury chest bumping you guys at the Bahamas and your coaches dancing and Coach Stansbury dancing, what's your reaction when you go back and watch that, even you guys dancing and singing?
It gives me cold chills, you know, because honestly, I don't think no other team in this country is like us. For us to play well, I'm not even saying it like, you know, but, you know, we have to joke around. Like, you've never, I ain't even gonna lie, when have y'all ever seen everybody on the team serious? I don't think anybody have ever seen us serious, you know. Either somebody has a big smile, somebody's dancing, or somebody's jumping around, you know. That's just how we win games. You know, we have fun.
To touch on that, I mean, when guys are serious, we ask them what's wrong with them. I mean, because I mean, you look at warm-ups, we look awful.
Yeah,
I mean, but that's the way if we're doing serious and warm-ups, like the coaches, like they gave up a long time ago, like go hard at warm-ups, like. But that's just the way this team is, though. You have to just kind of let them be, and that's when you're at their. They play hard and they're at their best when they're loose like that. If you tighten everything up, I don't think it's the same basketball team. If you look where we're at USC, I'll never forget, Josh is in the layup line doing a double between the legs layup, like, you know, like just things like that. But you know, it's you know, Monte, we were talking about it again. We still only got, like, you know, 9 guys, and people still look down and look at us like, man, we're about to be like at Oklahoma State when we were warming up. You could just tell they were looking down at us like, man, this is going to be a breeze. And it was like that in the Bahamas. It's been like that all year. And you know, still referees are like 1, 2, 3, like, you know, like damn, they got 8 guys or 9 guys or what. No. So, but we take pride in that though. We look and, you know, it's fun. So.
One of the refs last game said, talking about Josh, because he was dancing, he said, I don't think he needs to work on his dance moves. You need to get to that jump shot.
Yeah, he did say that.
Like that.
Yeah, so.
For both of you guys got to meet Bill Walton, NBA legend.
Yeah, let me call him real quick. Didn't coach. That's fine.
Man, he would talk for us. If he was here, he would talk for us. You know, he gave us a good talk before the game and made us realize. Like,
people give him a rough way to go, but I've never seen a guy prepare like that guy. I think Zach speak for you. When he had computer paper, like all white paper, and he probably wrote 30 pages at least full of just learning everyone. Like he like from our team doctor to everybody, he wanted to meet everybody and learn something about them. And he took his job so serious, and for at the end of the day, he gave Kentucky as a state more publicity than anyone could for showing from the Daniel Boone Natural Forest to Mammoth Cave. And I think the guy who was calling the game with him, every time he would ask him, he'd be like, "Bill, you been there?" He'd be like, "Yep." He'd be like, "Who's like Justin Johnson from Hazard, Kentucky? I don't know if you caught that." He's like, "You ever been to Hazard, Bill?" "Yep." Like it's just like he's just a great guy though. And it was pretty cool to get to meet him. And I don't know, many people don't know he only lost one college basketball game in 4 years, and it was the NC State. And so that's pretty incredible. And he's a legend. So to have him call our game, and the guys, I think Zach tweeted out the guys that have called our game this year, some of the like Oklahoma State, John Thompson. So it's been pretty impressive.
One or two more if you guys have them, so these guys can get back.
Going from your recent games to your next one, what do you guys see in Utah as an opponent?
We took a couple of days off. Coach wanted us to get some rest and everything, so we'll probably start looking into them today a little bit. And full stride tomorrow will be a full prepare day for them. So I watched a little bit of them against St. Mary's and the game before that against LSU. And it's a good basketball team. You don't go in to beat St. Mary's at St. Mary's if you're not a very good basketball team. But we'll prepare the same way we always prepare, and we'll be ready to go.
Justin, going back to Coach, is Coach having fun this year?
Yeah, Coach is having a blast. It's just he's a lot more relaxed, and I think when he's relaxed, that we see him relaxed, and that means he has a lot of trust in us. And when your coaches are relaxed and puts a lot of the stuff on you guys, and that builds your relationship with him and allows you to have the freedom just to go play basketball.
Last one, Mike.
Say two parts. The other three teams in Madison Square Garden, Big Ten team, SEC team, Pac-12 team. The fact that not only you guys have faced teams from power conferences but have not flinched, how much of a factor does that play going into such a big stage like New York City?
That shows everybody we ain't scared. We don't care who we play. We gonna play like we play, and that's what I like about us.